Hey guys, I have a really quick and easy layout for you today. I think total this layout took about 25 minutes. Here you're seeing me, I'm going through the Studio Calico kit from, it's the one, let's see, it's the June 2013 Roundabout kit, and I had, yeah. So I'm going through that, and there's that map paper. I'm going to scrapbook that photo you can see there on the right-hand side of my nephew. Well, I just covered it up, but the photos there of my nephew, Gabriel, and he had just caught a flounder out on a boat. My husband and my brother took the kids out on a boat when we were down vacationing to go fishing, and they all caught a fish, and Gabe here caught a flounder. So I know I want to use that map as the background, and it's a really it's a very travel themed collection, and you can see airplanes on it, but I just kind of went with the water sort of ocean kind of theme of things. So and just kind of ignored that there are airplanes all over that travel paper. That's actually, let's see, what is that? Simple Stories, Urban Traveler, I believe that one is Jet Set. Is the background paper there. And I'm just pulling together here a bunch of different items that I think I may want to include on the layout. And I don't know where I've run away to now. So anyway, and so there are two pieces of paper from that Simple Stories collection that I'm going to use, and I'm actually not going to use that one that has all the city abbreviations on it that you can see sitting behind that craft cardstock. And I have this little cutout of this Precious Moments little guy holding a fish, and I got a bunch of those kind of cutouts from that scrapbooking yard sale that I went to. It was just in a collection of like a grab bag of things, so I decided that it fit the theme of the layout, so I was going to go ahead and use it. And that is some craft cardstock that I have there as well. That's from American Crafts. So I wanted to use this overlay, but it doesn't end up getting used on the final layout. And there's another piece of that Simple Stories layout, and that one is called uh, Pack Your Bags, is the diagonal stripe with all the colors, because it's very muted layout, so I thought I needed something that brought some colors in. So I'm going to cut that diagonal stripe paper down, and here I'm going to measure how large I would like it, and I'm going to make the major portion of my layout on this diagonal paper, and I'm going to wind up matting my photo on some black cardstock just to give it a little bit more definition from the background paper there. So that's what I'm going to do here. There we go. I don't know how I lucked out and that block was exactly the size I needed. I guess because I must have matted another 4x6 photo. This photo that I'm working with here is actually 4x4. I cut it down. So I decide that I'm going to put this craft cardstock down, and I'm going to put my little Precious Moments fisherman on there. Line him up. And then I'm just using some dot adhesive on the sides of him that are still sticking up. And then this is some Fancy Pants paper. It's Fancy Pants tape, I mean. And let me see if I have it written down. I don't have it written down. Yeah, it's black chalk tape. It's 1/2 inch black chalk tape, and I believe it's from Fancy Pants. It came in a kit that I received, and that actually came in the Scraptastic kit from July out on the town. I had both the main kit there and the add-on, and I'm doing this layout right after I worked out, so I look like a nightmare. But that's okay. I made this layout on October the 13th. No, the photo was, wow, I messed that one up really bad. The photo was August the 13th, and I made this layout on October 19th. So there you go. Just cutting down a little bit more of that pattern paper because I do want to be able to see the craft behind it, and it was a little tall and a little wide for what I wanted. So I'm just cutting that down, and now I'm going to adhere that. I'm going to play with where I want to put my photo. And then I have all of these embellishments. These are plastic embellishments that have just been in my stash for a while. Again, I got them at that scrapbooking yard sale and they just came in a big bag of stuff. So I've separated them by theme. And this is my sea life or seaside theme. And there I have a bunch of fish in there and I have some captain wheels and some anchors and I have a little sign that says gone fishing. And I just pulled a bunch of them out to see what I was going to use on this layout. And there's a little fishing rod there too that has a little bob. I think they're called bobbins. Are they called bobbins? What are those things on the end of fishing rods called? I don't remember. I think they're called bobbins. I don't know. My friend Shelly was here over the weekend and she was teaching me how to sew, and now I've got that in my head. So I'm thinking maybe that is what I'm thinking. Bobbins? I don't know. But that little, those little things that hang above the water to show you where your line is, that little fishing rod has one of them on it. So it's kind of cute. I added some washi tape. That's from October Afternoon Travel Girl collection. It's got some arrows on it. I just wanted to bring, and you're not really going to see it once I put this title down, but at first I thought that I wanted those arrows to kind of point more to the picture. I thought the picture was getting lost a little bit, but as the embellishments wrap around the photo, the focus goes exactly where it should be. So happy about that. I'm going to title this layout Caught One because that's what he did. And you know me, I'm going to fiddle with where the letters go. These are some Cork Alphas, and they came in the Studio Calico 2013 Roundabout kit. They're made by American Crafts for Studio Calico. Let me see if I have what they're called on here. They're called Elf Cork Alphas, and they came in a 4x6 set instead of the 6x12 the thickers normally come on. I'm going to put some of these, I'm going to use a captain's wheel and two of the anchors down here to fill in the space that is there by the Caught One. I'm going to take the prongs off the back of the button here. And I'm going to use a little bit of foam adhesive to put that Gone Fishing sign up there in the right-hand corner of the photo. And then I'm going to use a couple of glue dots to lay down this fishing rod. There we go. I'm just putting it where I want it. And then thinking more about where I was going to put, I pulled out some of my fishing themed or my seaside, sea life themed stamps that I thought I might use on this layout, and I end up not using any of them. I end up not using any of them because the pattern is already pretty busy. So there was actually no good place to stamp those kind of things. And then I have all these fish and things, and I don't use any of them either. So my little anchors aren't sitting down the way I want them to, so I'm adding a little bit of more glue dots to those to get them to lay. And I'm just, the layout looks really plain to me, and it ends up actually being really plain. There's not a whole lot more going to happen to this layout. I'm doing a little bit of journaling just down here at the bottom. And then the top of this layout, like where the top of the photo is, I just feel like it's very plain. I'm going to look for some letter stickers, some word stickers to use, and don't find any I like. But I do find a set of Technique Tuesday stamps from Ali Edwards, and they are calling Leaving on a Jet Plane. And they're from the Studio AE collection, August of 2013. And I'm just going to use some black Technique Tuesday ink. And I'm going to use this sentiment stamp that says the best of times. And I'm going to put that in the upper right-hand corner, which will sort of pull the text, the black text from the Sharpie journaling that I did up. So it's mirrored at the top and the bottom. So that's all I'm doing here. I'd never used that stamp before, and even though Technique Tuesday makes really nice stamps, I always stamp it off on another piece of paper before stamping directly on my layout and making a mess. And then I'm thinking here that there's the cork only appears right here where this title is, this Caught One, and I'm thinking, well, I have cork embellishments, so I want to find some of them. And then, of course, when you're looking for it, you own it, but when you're looking for it, you can't find it. And then 2 seconds when you're done the layout, you find them. But what I'm doing now is I'm off and I'm looking for some cork embellishments. And some came in the Studio Calico Project Life add-on from July of 2013. It's the Winona Project Life add-on, and it was just these cork asterisks. And I'm just going to use a couple of them around the photo to bring the cork more from the bottom left hand up into the top right of the layout. And that is going to wind it up. So there is the final layout. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you're having a good day. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them below, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.